Full disclosure, the voice you are listening to now is artificially generated, brought to you by satisphonic.com. See the link in the description for more details. What cheapterrible holiday bonuses are people starting to receive from work this year? Work in sales, top performing team. Entire team got the same book on how to be a better at sales. We are supposed to read this book on our downtime, whenever that is, and then management wants to go over the book chapter by chapter in our weekly team meetings. This gift was not well received on the team. There's been talk about sending management a book on effective leadership or management for dummies. I second sending management an idiot's guide to management. Send them Michael Scott's book, somehow I manage. Leaders Eat Last is the book you should send out. I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory, and one year they gave everyone a cheesecake from Costco. On new. This one takes the cake lave. Boss sent out a $10 Starbucks gift card the day he laid off 10% of our staff. It's not a layoff, it's a coffee break is now a banned phrase on Team Slack. I'm giving out layoffs and lattes today, and I'm all out of lattes. It's the comments you come for, sometimes just pure gold. Trying to stop the giggles, but then I read it again. I got a $5 Starbucks gift card from work for my 2-year anniversary. That's not even one drink at Starbucks. I worked for Domino's in my early 20s. At the 5-year mark, they gave me a huge congratulation thing in my store with the Dems. They handed me an envelope that had a coupon for 25% of a large one topping pizza. Not valid with any other offers or promotions. My company used to do gift cards on 5- and 10-year anniversaries for $50 and $100, and people complained that was insultingly small. In response, the company totally eliminated the program, so now you get nothing for your 5- and 10-year anniversaries. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Over 10 years working, and every year I get e-card, thank you for your service. Someone completed 25 years, send email to look for special delivery and signature required, person thought must something valuable, nope. Certificate on some fancy paper congratulating for completing 25 years with company. Friend of mine works for a company that has a patio with employees' names on individual bricks. I guess you get your brick at 25 years with the company. My friend says it's so they can walk all over you for the rest of your life. The fact they banned that phrase indicates they don't like being called out. Make posters for the office. We got told we were getting nothing, and the management excuse was, well, not everyone celebrates Christmas, so it wouldn't be fair. My colleague hit the nail on the head. I've never heard diversity weaponized until I heard that. It's an end-of-year bonus. The year is still going to end for everyone. I'm Jewish, and I would be extremely offended by someone using me as an excuse to be an asshole. Edit. I get it, Israel bad, ya got me. We get a mandatory work party, which will cost each of us $25. This thread is making me hate my company less. Real talk, if I had a mandatory work party for which I had to pay, I would set the building on fire. If it's mandatory, you should clock in and out and be paid for it. I would report it to the State Department of Labor for forcing you to attend and also forcing you to pay for it. That's essentially time and wage theft. Making a party mandatory and making someone pay to attend is literally just theft at this point. I was handed a stack of holiday cards and told to sign all of them. Once I was done, I was told I was the last one to sign, so I could choose mine. Really felt the thoughtfulness of 20 people rapidly signing cards. I had a co-worker who had a rubber stamp made that said, warmest personal regards. He's named neither that he used for signing department birthday cards. It never got old. That is a genius-level idea, which I am stealing. It'll work great for cards, for the family too. I always just write my name next to whatever someone else writes. The lady who organized them got mildly annoyed by this, and insisted I sign first on one card. I thought for like 5 minutes, and still just wrote my name right at the top of the card. I sign all the cards at work, get well soon. Birthdays, retirements, new baby, get well soon. We got a digital cake, as in a clip inserted into an email as a thank you. There's a grocery store across the street. A picture of a cake. Am I reading this correctly? Not even a pic, an image. A cake and but the bosses own it. They just sent a screenshot of it to the employees. Everyone should stay home for a day or two, and when asked why, say you were working and send a picture of you at your desk you took the day before. It's the same thing, right? I get paid monthly, quite common here. As a bonus, we are getting paid on the 15th rather than the 30th. Basically, January payday is 45 days away. At a place I used to work, we had quarterly bonuses based on individual performance, but an additional company performance bonus. Bonus, surely an additional $1, $5 bonus check for Christmas. 1 year, we had exploded with growth and our sales had literally doubled from the previous year. My owner was super excited to hand me a fat padded envelope with my bonus in it before he and his wife left for the month to head to Aruba. I opened it in my car before I headed home, and inside was a Shun folding steak knife. Apparently, it was so I could carry my own steak knife to all the fancy restaurant dinners I was going to be having. Handing you a knife while bilking you out of your bonus was a ballsy move. I mean, he did immediately flee the country. So it was just the knife that year, no money as well. It's bad luck to gift someone knives unless you attach a penny or other coin to it. Otherwise, it symbolizes the severing of the relationship between the gifter and the giftee. In this case, the severing of all fucks given about your company when you open this gift. Nothing. Same as last year. Of course, 200 of us did get notice that our jobs end on 12:30. One. Even better. He thought it would be good to do a phishing email test that looked like the company gave everyone a $50 Amazon card. To say people were pissed is an understatement. It thought it would be good to do a phishing email test that looked like the company gave everyone a $50 Amazon card as an it guy. This is actually a very good phishing test. Yeah, but do it in like June, not right ahead of Christmas time. I know, you'll catch more people doing it when they think it's a Christmas gift, and that's the whole point. But unless there's actually a $50 gift card coming their way, it's really shitty to basically say, here's a Christmas bonus. Surprise, we lied. It's a 2-hour mandatory training session instead. Getting laid off? Yup, last day is December 26. Lol. If it was in a Christmas movie, you wouldn't believe it. My old company fired 5% of its workforce every year on December 1st. Not me though, I quit right when a major project was about to go live right after I got my annual bonus and maxed my 2 payout. Fuck you, Accenture. 1 year work bought everyone a ham. Didn't matter if you couldn't eat ham. They were delivered to your desk midday. There was not enough room in our fridge to store them all. It was weird. Every year prior to that we got cash. My freshman year of college, my buddy, who was going to school close to home, hooked us up with a job over the Christmas break as security guards. Basically, we were temps covering for the college kids who went home for the holidays. The supervisor met us there and spent about 45 minutes showing us how to arm the alarms at night, document stuff in the logbook and a few other things. Then he left. The place was having an on-site company Christmas party at the time. A little while later, a woman came and asked us if we had gotten our Christmas presents, yet to which we said we hadn't. A few minutes later, she came back and gave each of us a frozen turkey, a boxed-up fruitcake, a liter of rum and 2 bottles of wine in a wooden gift case. We had worked there for about an hour and a half at that point. A liter of rum and 2 bottles of wine in a wooden gift case.
Okay, but those ain't bad.
Did you reply with seriously, that's it? For all my dedication to this company, then walk away disappointed? We were too amused by the situation, given that we didn't even work for the company. It was a job with the security agency that the company contracted. A buddy and me once walked by a site where they were taping a music video. Some rando was walking by with a Burger King Whopper and said, man, I've been here since 6, was in all 3 shoots, and all I get is this hamburger. Where is this, we asked? He thumbed over there. We got in the very short line, and when it was our turn, the guy giving out the burgers gave us the side eye. I immediately repeated, man, I've been here since 6, was in all 3 shoots, and all I get is this hamburger. He changed his expression, and was all I know, sorry man, and gave us each 2 Whoppers, which we inhaled because we were teens with bottomless pit stomachs. That's still nice that they tried to take care of all their employees, even the contracted ones. This was 'cause someone had a friend in the ham business. People are getting bonuses. Yeah, what's a bonus? It's where they lay off staff with no intention of backfilling, and you get rewarded with additional work and the pat on the back, good job not being let go. But we can't afford bonuses this year or next. I used to work at a retail store that gave everyone who worked on Black Friday a free, uncooked Thanksgiving turkey. Yes, They gave us a turkey to cook for Thanksgiving the day after Thanksgiving. The leftover turkeys, they didn't sell then. I always hear of people getting turkeys and think awesome free turkey. Then I remember I can literally buy a 10-lob turkey for less than $10 before Thanksgiving Lee mayo can go as low as 60 a pound around Illinois. We get to keep our jobs and not be laid off. Real statement from upper management. I used to work at a pool supply company right after high school. One year the CEO kept going on and on about how great of a gift the employees would be getting from him. He wouldn't let up on how awesome it was going to be. For context, I had recently gotten my yearly evaluation. My district manager explained that he was not allowed to mark more than one category as above average for any one person, and excellent could only be given to one person for one category per district. I was promised a 25 raise. When I got the paperwork, the 25 was scratched out with pen and A19 was written in its place. I figured, hey, this guy will not shut up about how great this gift is and how we're more profitable than ever. Maybe they tried lightening the yearly raise so we would get 2 smaller raises that would be the original. We got 1 day off. It has to be pre-approved 3 weeks in advance. It couldn't be between 20th and Jan 10th. It couldn't be on a Friday or weekend, and we would be required to come in if asked. The CAO took a vacation for all of December and January. He was so essential he could fuck off for 16 of the year. Oh, if you think that's bad. I worked for the same company during university. We would get about 60-80% of our revenue during a 3-month period when most people would open and clean their pool for the first time of the year. 1 year we were just getting hammered with issues. No chlorine, no salt, no sand, missed shipments of other critical merchandise, and we had people quit during a hiring freeze. We had the customers, we just didn't have the inventory to sell to them. Our C-suite decided that during our busy season, they would improve morale by touring stores for a month. They spent a day at my store, where they mostly stood around and complained that we weren't show floor ready and that we needed to sell more, ignoring the reason why our displays weren't flawless. Middle of the day during our busiest time of year. The whole reason we weren't selling as much was because they decided to shirk their own fucking responsibilities to raise morale. For a month, we aren't selling salt or sand because we sold out. Here's a thought. If you're the head of logistics and your stores don't have critical supplies, do the thing you're explicitly given a massive salary to do. Otherwise, why the fuck are you employed? You know what doesn't raise morale? Having your boss's boss nitpick your work and get in the way while he actively avoids doing his fucking job. I haven't worked for this company in years, and I'm still angry about that shit show of a summer. This place showed me that executives at big companies truly don't give the slightest fuck about the business itself. The only thing any of them care about is that the stock ticker goes up by the end of the quarter. Years ago, I worked for a company that gave everyone turkeys. Like big dang turkeys, McMahon, in their infinite wisdom, made the mistake of giving them to people at the beginning of shift, and there wasn't enough freezer space for them. However, it was snowing, so people just stashed their birds outside in the snow. And some people forgot about them or forgot where they'd stashed them. The thing would fall to after the holidays and the snow started to melt. Frickin' turkeys everywhere. Maybe not the best worst, but definitely the most entertaining Xmas bonus ever. The mental image of all those pathetic turkeys still gives me the giggles over 20 years later. Our office tradition is that each supervisor gives us $20 gift cards. Then the employees group together and buy each supervisor a $100 gift card. It's ridiculous. But this year is special. This year was special. This year is special. This year, one supervisor has decided they don't want to participate because they can't afford it. After taking their $100 gift card from the staff already. Got one tall boy of Bud Light. Just watched the CEO leave in a new Porsche while typing this. Had to hold back my feelings of throwing the can at him. Our CEO flew into town on his private jet and then told us later we couldn't hire a backfill position due to cost crunching. He has a $25 million salary and received a $25 million bonus. I don't work there anymore, but they gave us a cup of hot chocolate at Tesla last year. Our CEO flew into town on his private jet and then told us later we couldn't hire a backfill position due to cost crunching. He has a $25 million salary and received a $25 million bonus. I got a houseplant. Correction, I got seeds and planter, so I can grow my own plant. 2023. No appreciation. 2022. No appreciation. 2021. Mandatory drive in a circle around the parking lot, and management will toss your gift in your open car window. Gift was 3 pieces of candy, whose wrappers were entirely in Spanish. We're close to Canada, 2 company, branded pens, and our holiday calendar for 2022, 2020, no appreciation 2019 and before. Full catered lunch buffet with an entire course of desserts. It took me a moment to realize the choice of delivery was due to COVID, and not just because the management wanted a laugh. Management had to stand in the parking lot in the cold wind for 3 hours, breathing exhaust fumes. That was the real bonus for 2021. Offices shut down from Christmas through New Year's, and nobody is expected to work or check email at all, aside from finance that has a quick payroll to run. Honestly, pretty solid, as nobody has to take terrible perks I've received in the past, though. I can think of a pizza party that was basically mandatory while people were attempting to travel right before Christmas. The company wanted us to socialize at the worst time. We're getting a pie from a local pie shop. We pick our own pie, and a Christmas happy hour where food and drinks are on the company. Open bar and plenty of food to go around. All we have to do is sit through a 1-hour meeting before to discuss end of year numbers, and then we're off. We also get a free polo in our choice of color from the company store. Company's own merchandise we got all year for free. Now we can order them in our internal shop. Very nice by them to let us do advertisement for the company and call it Christmas gifts. Oh, and there are also a lot of layoffs shortly before Christmas. I feel blessed to work here, in case my boss reads that. I got told my position was obsolete and will no longer have a job come January. Also a card, edit to update. Today was my last day, and all I got was a God bless over text after I told them I was turning my keys into the lockbox. I got a $30 DoorDash voucher, bought almost all of my lunch for one day. We only pulled in like $500 million in revenue last year. Times are really tough, edit. When I say revenue, I meant profit. I worked for an overnight delivery service. Not FedEx, more local. In 1998, during the Big Up strike, we worked like 60-hour weeks for a month. Our business quadrupled, and the company made million. When it ended, the owners of the company sent out bonuses to everyone. A $5 Chili's gift certificate. Cue everyone leaving the shop after the meeting, and the floor being carpeted with gift certificates. 2 weeks later, we got a note in our pay envelopes that they heard of our displeasure with the bonuses and gave us an extra $200 that week. Even in 1998, you could walk into a Chili's and maybe take a deep breath for $5. Greedy assholes. Christmas party that no one wants to go to. I found out that the one I had to go to this season cost over $40 and was still over budget. I did the math and figured every staff member could have easily received a bonus of about $1,400 minimum, with that instead of feeling awkward for 3-ish hours and getting food poisoning from the dinner. We did not need a $6,000 balloon arch. We do need to pay our rent. Jelly of the Month Club. I guess I'll never be able to get my family that in-ground pool. We got a $25 bonus for Thanksgiving, but it is on a check separate from our paychecks. Since I have extra taxes taken from each check I get, it all went to taxes.